Hello, my name's Dan Collier, Head of Food Development for Holroyd Howe, and today I'm going to be taking you through a recipe from the Homeschool Bistro. So before we get started, there's a few things to consider. So first of all, the ingredients. Have you read through the list and are all the bits weighed out ready to go? Number 2 is to have a little read through the method, making sure that any of those little pre-prepared jobs are already done. And number 3, to make sure you wash your hands thoroughly, so important before you start any form of cooking. Now if you haven't done any of these, now's the time to pause and take the time to do so. And above all, we really want you to enjoy this video, so happy cooking. Hi, we're going to be doing blueberry muffins today. So first of all, we're going to talk through the ingredients after I introduce my lovely daughter Eva, who's going to be helping me today. So in front of us, we've got some plain flour, and in there we've already got a teaspoon of salt. We've got 125 grams of caster sugar. We've got 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Now because we've got plain flour, we need a raisin agent. So this time this comes in the form of baking powder. And then we've got some other ingredients, which are our wet ingredients. We've got some milk, so we've got 270 ml of milk there. We've got 2 eggs that are beaten. We've got 85 grams of butter that's been melted. And then we've got our fillings. So today we're using delicious blueberries. So if you want to have a little taste. So blueberries are great, they're classed as a superfood, and they're absolutely bursting with vitamin C and really delicious. You know, slightly sweet, slightly sort of almost sour to the taste, but really, really good. So we're going to start off by mixing our dry ingredients. So pour your caster sugar into your plain flour. That's it, really well done. And then we're going to add in our baking powder. And now what you want to do is really mix these dry ingredients together. So Eva's just going to give them a really good stir now with a wooden spoon to make sure they're all combined. Now when it comes to muffins, you can sort of sieve the flour if you want. But because we're mixing this in together now, we're going to break down any big lumps that are in there. And if there's a couple of little lumps left over, it doesn't really matter. It's not the end of the world. So doing a great job there, Eva. You reckon you're well mixed there?
Yeah.
I think so. I think you're looking good.
Nice.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to do our wet ingredients. So we start off with 270 ml of milk, and then we're going to add in 2 beaten eggs. Fabulous. And then we're going to add in 85 grams of melted butter. Lovely. So what we want to do now is take one of your metal spoons and we'll just give that a bit of a mix together. So any muffin is the same sort of principle really. It's a mixture of dry ingredients and a mixture of wet ingredients you're going to combine together. Now the key when it comes to making a muffin is not to over mixing it. So you want to end up with a really light, airy muffin that's really delicious to eat. Now if you end up beating that mixture too much, what you're going to end up with is a really heavy, dense muffin that is a little bit chewy to the finish. So, well mixed?
Yeah.
Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to add our wet to our dry. So just pour that straight in there. And then you're going to fold it in with your spoon. So like I say, make sure you mix it well, but you don't over mix it. Lovely. Have a go as well?
Yep.
So that's it, we'll just carefully keep mixing and folding it over. Lovely. So like I say, the trick is to get it combined without over mixing. Because if you over mix it, what's going to happen? It's going to end up quite
like stiff.
Yeah, it'll be really heavy. So as you can see, that it's just starting to come together now. And like I say, you don't have to worry if there's a few little lumps and bits and pieces in there. Don't worry, that'll sort itself out. It's a beautiful thing about making muffins. So hopefully, as you can see now, we've got our nice batter all well mixed. But as you see, we're taking great care to mix it together. We're not over beating it. Fab. So do you reckon that's about done?
Yep.
Great stuff. Right. So now we can add in our blueberries.
Yeah.
And what we want to do with our blueberries is we want to put them in, but we don't want to bash them up.
Yeah.
So if you pour them in, and then what we're carefully going to do is again, just fold them through. So probably just 2 or 3 stirs, and then they'll be done. That's it. Now at this point you could use frozen blueberries, they work just as well, but I would say try to add them frozen. If you add them when they're defrosted, they tend to bleed throughout the mixture. And then what you'll end up with these slightly sort of, you know, greyish coloured muffins, which although will still taste delicious, obviously colour-wise won't be that appealing. So what we're going to do now is we're going to fill our muffin cases. So we'll scrape off the rest of that blueberry. Lovely. Fabulous. I'll move that out of the way. Now we're just going to take them over, and then we're going to pop them in our preheated oven at 180 degrees, like I say, for around 12 to 15 minutes. Right, so when they're ready, grab them out the oven, and then just pop them down and leave them to cool a little bit. So you can put them onto a wire rack if you want to let them cool, but as you can see they're all lovely and warm, and I think really we should just take one and crack it open and have a try. So what do you reckon?
Yeah.
So these are fresh from the oven, still really warm. As you can see, all those lovely blueberries just sort of running it through them, absolutely delicious. So yeah, let's have a little taste. Really hot. But really nice. really nice. So not too sweet, but that little burst of blueberry goodness. And again, hopefully you can see, we'll give you a close-up in a minute, but because we put those blueberries in, we haven't overmixed it, they haven't bled. So we've got this lovely white cake with these lovely sort of bursting blueberries inside. So absolutely delicious. Great job, well done.